What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Outriders Insiders. Today's video we're going to be taking a look at what the community wants to see changed. I put a poll on Twitter to see what you guys wanted to see, and we're going to be going over a few of them. Got some good feedback, so if you guys would share this video, tag Outriders in it, tag Square Enix, People Can Fly. Let's try to get this video out to them to see if we can actually get these changes implemented into the game, because a lot of these are really good. So we're going to start with my personal change, then we're going to get to everybody else. One thing I want to see in the game is a transmog feature, something like back in Diablo 3. You could change the look of your gear as long as you had that other piece of gear unlocked. There's way too many good looking pieces of gear in this game, and I want to be able to make my dude look as badass as possible. I'm a big guy on looks and stuff. That's why I did not like Marvel Avengers, because none of the gear changed how you looked, you know. So yeah, that's one change I want to see. Next, we're going to bring up Forkboy Gaming. He says level scaling. A level 50 should be powerful in World Tier 15. World Tier should have set HP damage for enemies. We're not there for the loot on World Tier 8. More quests with legendaries and make legendary drops better on World Tier 15. Change expeditions, not for speedruns. I think expeditions should be speedruns, but I do agree with him on the level scaling. If you are World Tier 15 and you go to a buddy's world on World Tier 5, you should feel like a demigod. You should just destroy everything. But the scaling in this game is really messed up. It really is. I totally agree with him on that. I want to be able to power level kids. I want my other 3 classes to be able to power level, because I don't want to spend another 4 hours going through the campaign just to play Technomancer or whatever. Next up, we have Ashen. He says, I would buff anomaly damage, especially in the bottom trees for each class. Feels too low. Totally agree. We're in the process of everything being a bullet build. There's very little ability builds, and I would love to see different. It would just make way more builds accessible to everybody and make you be able to create what you actually want to play. Totally agree with that. Next up, we have Rada. He says, sprint actually staying locked when toggled. I haven't really noticed that. I don't know if that's a keyboard and mouse thing or what it is. And more ability buffs, then that's what we just said with Ashen's thing. So yeah, if sprint is an issue, did not know about that, but hopefully People Can Fly can fix that. And then we have Jack. I would add an offline mode so I could spill blood and guts anytime I wanted. Totally agree with that. I think Diablo 3 had an offline mode for a little bit, just for people that can play. I mean, your internet's crappy, or with the servers how they are, you should be able to play offline, man, just to get your stuff. And then, I mean, it only seems right for sure. Next we have Jeff. Jeff says, it would be nice to see a Devastator's Impale actually considered impale enemies as dead. Lose time in expeditions, constantly waiting for the impale to end so you can progress. I did not know this was a thing. So basically, he's using an impale. They're still alive, and it's not starting the next wave of enemies. That's actually a huge bug, and they definitely need to fix that. Plague Gaming says in-game chat. So yep, totally agree with that. You want to be able to communicate with your people, let them know if you're down, whatever. And yeah, totally agree with you, Plague. There needs to be an in-game chat. I don't know why there's not. I can't remember the last game that did not have an in-game chat. Cloud, he says, or she says, I'd like to be able to crawl when downed. This is a very good point to bring up. I want to be able to, I think it was the turret guys that has the red lasers that spin around. I was trapped in a corner, I couldn't get away from them, and then my buddy couldn't come res me out. You should be able to crawl when you're downed. That's 100% a good point to bring up. Alright, and next up we got Purple. It says fixed console aiming. Totally agree with this. I play PC, but I also use a controller. The vertical ADS is completely messed up. It feels, I don't know, it's one of the worst aimings I've ever felt. Multiplayer chat, same thing we said. Loadouts, totally agree. Open world, I mean, this isn't really an open world game. And then his car color does not have the same colors as the flag. Did not know that was a thing, but that's good to bring up. And then armor augments and change armor color. So yes, armor color would be dope. I remember there used to be, yeah, like I said, Diablo 3 had a thing where you could dye your armors, make them whatever color you wanted. Next up we have Sax. He says they simply need to make the Devastator better and buff AP builds big time. So that's two things on the Devastator. Seems like it's having a lot of issues. Then we come back to Zeka. I love to travel to any mission from any travel point in the game and get to the map rework, including zoom and all the good stuff. I like to be able to do what I want at any time. It hurts and hunts and all. Totally agree. You shouldn't have to go to the girls to the truck to be able to travel through the world. Your flag should be able to take you wherever you want to go. It would speed up runs and everything like that way faster. Totally agree with you, Zeka. Let's go into Kamikaze Von Doom. I would add loadouts to the game. This way you can switch between builds instantly, but that's just me. That's not just you, brother. I feel like that's everybody. I want to be able to experiment. I don't want to have to change my build, remember what I had on it before. I want to have a locker room, put one build in there, have a Trickster shotgun build, Trickster LMG build, Trickster Cyclone Slice build, and just be able to swap through and experiment with things. That's another one of my biggest complaints. I would love to see that. And then we have Kelsey Lynn. She just got wiped clean. So yeah, that's obviously something that needs to be fixed. That I don't even know what I would do. Just spend all this time grinding and then all your loot's gone. Totally feel for you, Kelsey. That's terrible. But yeah, that is everybody that commented on the video today. A lot of good points brought up. If you guys could tag Square Enix, tag People Can Fly. If there's anything, guys, y'all can think of that y'all would also have changed, comment it down below. If you guys are new, hit the subscribe button. We're trying to get this game, let's get this game as good as it can possibly be. I know servers are the #1 issue. There's a lot of things that we could have done and things to improve on in the future. Two things I really want to see is the locker room, like Kamikaze said, and I would also like to see some sort of transmog feature. And that seems like the Devastator's having a lot of issues. That impale, I mean, that could stop you from going gold to silver, you know. That definitely needs to be fixed. So hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you guys are new, hit the subscribe button. Like I said, share the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.